Hello, NUVHS Teachers. It's your friendly neighborhood manager of curriculum and instruction, Kimberly, with NUVHS News You Can Use. Today's topic is a serious one. It is about the role of educators in preventing and responding to child abuse and neglect. Let me take a moment to introduce this concept. Parents have a fundamental right to raise their children as they see fit, and society presumes that parents will act in their child's best interest. When parents do not protect their children from harm or meet their basic needs, as with cases of child abuse and neglect, society has a responsibility to intervene to protect the health and welfare of these children. The Adoption and Safe Families Act promotes 3 national goals for child protection. Number 1 is safety. All children have the right to live in an environment free from abuse and neglect. The safety of children is paramount concern that must guide child protection efforts. The second is permanency. Children need a family and a permanent place to call home. A sense of continuity and connectedness is central to a child's healthy development. The third is child and family well-being. Children deserve nurturing families and environments in which their physical, emotional, educational, and social needs are met. Child protection practices must take into account each child's needs and should promote the healthy development of family relationships. The National Child Abuse and Neglect Data System finds that, in terms of neglect, more than one-half of all reported victims, 59.2%, suffer neglect, including medical neglect, an estimated rate of 7 per 1,000 children. In terms of physical abuse, approximately one-fifth of all known victims, that's 18.6%, were physically abused, an estimated rate of 2 per 1,000 children. In terms of sexual abuse, all reported child maltreatment cases, most 1/10, 9.6%, had been sexually abused, an estimated rate of 1 per 1,000 children. For psychological maltreatment, less than 1/10, 6.8%, were identified as victims of psychological maltreatment, or less than 1 per 1,000 children. Children and adolescents spend a large portion of their time in school, which gives educators more access to students and more than most professionals. Knowledgeable educators can pick up indicators of possible maltreatment by observing children's behavior at school, recognizing physical signs, and noticing family dynamics during routine interactions with parents. Physical signs of maltreatment are those that are readily observable. They may be mild or severe, such as numerous deep bruises or broken bones, or more subtle, such as malnutrition or the wearing of inappropriate clothing. Behavioral indicators may exist independently or may accompany physical indicators. Children who have witnessed family violence also may demonstrate this through their behavior. Being victimized by abuse also may result in inappropriate behavior, such as sexual or physical aggression towards younger children. Abused and neglected children sometimes get the reputation for being bad kids or extremely difficult to control or understand. Research suggests that challenging behavior is often a cry for help that concerns adults a need to learn and decode. Behavioral clues that may indicate child abuse are aggressive, oppositional, or defiant behavior, students who cower or demonstrate fear of adults, students who act out, display aggressive or disruptive behavior, students who are destructive to themselves or to others, students who come to school too early, or students who don't want to leave school, indicating a possible fear of going home, students who show fearlessness or extreme risk-taking, students described as accident-prone, students who cheat, steal, lie, may be related to too high expectations at home, for students who are below average achiever. To learn, children must convert aggressive energy into learning. Children in conflict may not be able to do so. And students who may be unable to form good peer relationships, students who wear clothing that covers a body that may be inappropriate in warmer months. Be aware that this may be a cultural issue as well. And also students who have aggressive or less mature behavior. Students who shrink from physical contact may not tolerate physical praise as much as the pat on the back. Studies have revealed a relationship between child maltreatment and certain learning problems. For example, the Cornell University's Family Life Development Center matched maltreated children with 530 children who had not suffered abuse or neglect and evaluated the school performance of each child based upon grades, grade repetition, achievement, test scores, and other school adjustment issues, like truancies, suspensions, and infractions of disciplinary codes. The results indicated that maltreatment was a significant negative influence on children's performance in school. The maltreated children scored lower in test scores, especially in reading, and fewer A's and B's and more F's than children who were not mistreated. In addition, children who have been maltreated show discipline problems at school, poor achievement, increased absences and dropout rates, and greater likelihood of repeating grades. For emotional and psychological clues, educators should be alert to children who are hostile and angry and those that effectively alienate all who come in contact with them, or children who may be passive, withdrawn, and uncommunicative. It is the educator's role to report any suspicious or indications of maltreatment. There are times when CPS may request more information in order to meet statutory guidelines for accepting a report. In these instances, or when a child discloses maltreatment to an educator, it is important to remember CPS or law enforcement has the responsibility to access and investigate. It is critical that the educator not lead the child. The child may be afraid to tell the whole truth because of fear of being further hurt by the abuser if he or she tells, a belief that the abuser is also may go to jail, fear that the child may be removed from the home, or feelings of loyalty and attachment to the parent, no matter how bad the situation might be. The child may feel that the abuse or neglect is normal. When you report, some CPS agencies may ask the following information: the child's name, age, gender, and address, parent's name and address, the nature and extent of the injury or condition observed, prior injuries when observed, actions taken by the reporter, talking with the child, etc., where the act occurred, and of course your name, location, contact information. Sometimes it's not required, but it also is valuable for CPS staff. Our policy at NUVHS is also that when you suspect child abuse that you let us know. Please give us a call and alert us to the emergency. We will also take note and make proper arrangements. In terms of what you can do to help maltreated children, consider these things. The lives of maltreated children, even after the report of abuse or neglect has been made, it is a stressful time for the student and both for you. Schools, however, can provide a constant, stable environment. Sensitivity to a child's need for consistency is vital. Something as basic as having their own desk for which they are responsible can be very beneficial. Classroom teachers, social workers, and school counselors should be mindful of a child's need for consistency and try to find ways to meet that need. In your own classroom, there are several ways to address the needs of maltreated children. Take, for instance, a child's inability to express feelings. Maybe use feelings as a barometer. Be in class or morning with discussion on how students feel. In the issue of difficulty making decisions, teach the use of formula for solving problems and provide sample problems so the students can try it. For students who don't cooperate with others, structure learning projects to maximize use of cooperative activities and solutions, reduce competitive activities. And for heightened impersonal conflict, teach conflict resolution and peer mediation skills. Last but not least, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give me a call or send me an email. Now, you all should be receiving in the mail a confidentiality statement and acknowledgement of status as a mandated reporter. You are a mandated reporter as an educator. Please read this over, sign it, and return this back to me by Friday. Thank you very much for your participation, and I will be in touch soon.